Hello, ladies and gentlemen. So, while I was out yesterday, I actually got something very, very special. And it turned out it was none other than Death of Spider Man Fallout. So, I have all six of them. I think it's all six. But, anyways, there's lots of stuff in here, which I'm not going to bash X-Men slash CBC because they didn't do a review on this or didn't actually do coverage on it. But it's very, very useful that they actually have some interesting stuff in here that you'll basically scratch your head and say, yeah, it would have been a good idea to know about that. So anyways, let me just look at this. So far you basically have Gwen Stacy. You have like everyone who is reflecting on the death of Spider-Man. You even have Kitty Pryde, who actually goes out as, I don't even know what she actually is, but she goes out as a vigilante and beats the crap out of like some burglars who was trying to steal stuff, and she said, I hate you all. And you have many others. And of course you have this funny part of where he's like, yeah, so you have Flash Thompson, who is in school. Yeah, he's in school, and he's like, is class canceled? Was I the only one who didn't know Peter Parker was Spider-Man? Yeah, you kind of got like some insensitivity. And plus, it's like, dude, it sounds like you're a total idiot going to school. I mean, seriously. If someone very important dies and you have a chance to skip school, I think you would take it. Yeah, I mean, he's like beyond stupid. Of course, you have Mary Jane, who is doing some stuff. She's actually writing a paper saying who truly killed Spider-Man, and she blames Nick Fury. Of course, you have the whole funeral part, which is amazing because I only saw the third, I think it's the third all new Ultimate Spider-Man that actually had the the funeral in it. And plus, they have this version of it too in here that says, "Are you Spider-Man's mommy?" This is the girl who actually got saved from the fire. And you try to look into it to see if there's like, where's Gank and Miles in this, and it's kind of like, because they should be near, but it's kind of like the funny part of they're able to just fit them in. They're like, if they actually gave extra coverage on the whole panel, you might see them, but because they're smart enough to actually look at what they did and made it so that it's just interesting. Of course, one funny thing is just the fact of you did have Gwen Stacy who came back and talked to him, but in this book right here, in this version of it, you don't actually see Gwen Stacy actually coming back with angry eyes, and so it's amazing. And you have freaking Captain, you have Captain America, and it's amazing. And he actually admits, and let me just read this panel right here. It says right here, it's my fault. It's my fault your boy is dead. Let me just come out to this point and basically say, yeah, seriously, yeah. I mean, for someone being a soldier and they actually just run away like a scared little wuss, instead of being like, oh my gosh, that could have got me, and you're like, no soldier be left behind, and you took Spider-Man and get him treatment, I would have been okay with that. But no, you just disappeared, and there's still no freaking anything that actually says in any book, where in the world did you go? Seriously, I'm like, where in the world did you go? What, you ran for it? That's it? You just ran for it and left Spider-Man all alone? And then, of course, the other question I'm going to try to look into as well is, what about the Punisher? What exactly did he have to deal in this? So, chances are, I bet the Ultimate Comics would be able to tell me. The Ultimates are able to tell me, but for right now, it's kind of like, But one thing I truly enjoy in this is just the fact that, well, besides you had Aunt May saying he looked up to all of you, and because all of you did nothing, and he was fine before you even got into this. Yeah, you was fine before you guys even showed up and said, hey, how you doing, kid? Yeah, so the great part about this is the fact that Captain America got slapped by Aunt May. And heck, it's on YouTube too. It's amazing that she did actually exit, which I would have liked to have seen some kind of extra part on this on, but of course they have to continue with the story of Miles Morales, I know, but I was just saying it would have been cool if they added a little bit more meat to it. Just the fact that they were still there and they were still looking and all that. Of course you have Thor. Thor is crazy. Yeah, and this Thor is crazy. He was just thinking in his own thoughts. Let's see. And then you had Rogue, who actually was in a diner. And Rogue actually went to church. Rogue went to church. And of course, like I said, you have Mary Jane saying, oh, it's how the world killed Spider-Man. Ah, that's it. Yeah, so here's another amazing part besides all the other stuff. And I kind of skimmed through this because I'm like, yeah. So one thing is that Kitty Pryde decided to just go. Yeah, so she decided to just escape and go to Moreland. Yeah, I think it's it. Moreland's tunnel. And she took Iceman and she took Johnny Storm with her. Of course, it doesn't make sense because... Of course, it does make sense because if you look at what happened in... I would say the second or third... Yeah, second or third issue of Miles Morales, you saw Iceman and you saw Johnny Storm just... Yeah, you know. So, yeah, in this part, it turns out that what happened next is the fact that they just decided not to be heroes anymore. And they basically go in a cave. Well, a tunnel. Yeah. Meanwhile, the amazing part about this is just the fact of you have Bruce Banner, Ultimate Bruce Banner, who actually is in this place with some, I guess, mutant. I would say mutant who's actually able to control him. I don't really know her name. They don't really give her name out, so it's kind of like... But Nick Fury came in there, and now she has pure control of the Hulk, and the Hulk just went crazy on Nick Fury. I don't even know if they killed him or not. He killed him or not. Of course, one thing that's just amazing to have is Death of Spider-Man Fallout number 4. Chances are I would try to also look for a loose print of this, but I'm fine just having it completely. And it's just amazing how this goes. I just like it. I just like being able to look at the whole entire thing instead of being like, I have to look for this part. I have to look for this part. And it looks like to me, looking at this, I actually have mostly everything. Yeah, I have mostly all of them, even though it looks like I don't have that scene where he actually uses a car on him. And it's just funny. Yeah, I see how people were flipped their top. They flipped their top on this one. I know. I was there. It was crazy how they flipped their top. And you have right here in the negative zone, Reed Richards, and he finds his way back, which, I mean, I do want to check out this guy because he turned out to be evil. Yeah, and then you have Valerie. Yes, Valerie Cooper. Yeah, Valerie Cooper, who was doing something. You have Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver. Yeah, they were doing something. Nick Fury, who got his budget cut by 30%. I think he most likely found some way to combat that, but whatever. Still more Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver. And then we go to something interesting. The fact of number 6. Number 6 really, really does something because I kind of thought that most likely... I know Peter Parker wouldn't be buried like in the spider suit, even though chances are, why not actually be burying him with the spider suit underneath his clothes? But that didn't happen. It turns out that what happened to his spider suit is Aunt May has it. So that makes sense. So when he returns, he basically goes to Aunt May's house. I think so. Yeah, he goes to Aunt May's house. He looks for his costume. He puts it on, and then he shows up. That's what I think happened. Yeah, because he is no designer. So, yeah. Of course, you see this part, and this explains why Aunt May and Gwen Stacy are both in Paris. But of course, it's kind of weird, just the fact of, if you look at Gwen Stacy's hairstyle, she's now sporting a raven colored hair, aka black hair. But when we see the ultimate version, when we see the new version of it, like I think in issue 8, I think issue 8 or 7, where they actually were in Paris and they read new Spider-Man in town, and they're like, oh my gosh, and they made it back. But anyways, yeah, New York City Underground. That's where Kitty Pryde, Human Torch, and Iceman goes. And, Lorlock tunnels. Sorry, Lorlock tunnels. My goodness. Well, it'd have the same starting name of it. And let's see. Yeah, I got too ahead of myself. But, yeah. Captain America just quit. How the world killed Spider-Man, and Nick Fury comes to Mary Jane's, and he actually tells them that he knew his parents. He was hoping to groom the kid, and he basically said to Mary Jane that if she needs someone to blame, he is definitely the person to blame, because, well, he could have actually have done something, but he wasn't able to do it. Well, with all that said, so Death of Spider-Man Fallout. This has like a bunch of stuff in here that actually is useful. And it kind of just adds to where in the world. Yeah, so it makes sense. It makes perfect sense. Even though I would swear, though, that in one of the comic books, you notice that Miles Morales got the original web shooters, the original ones. Because if you notice on Peter's 16th birthday, Tony Stark actually gave him web shooters that actually have the SHIELD logo on them. So it's kind of like, yeah, where are those? Where did those go? I mean, like I said, I figured they buried him with the suit, at least under the pillow or something. And, well, yeah. I didn't check, but I don't think there was an open casket or anything. So it's kind of like more of the question of, oh, that does make sense. I mean, if it was a closed casket, then no one would know he's not in there. So for right now, it's just interesting what's going on. And it's amazing that for Spider-Verse, they didn't even include Ultimate Peter in there. And of course, if they include Ultimate Peter in there, Mary Jane would be all alone, which chances are he would like Mary Jane to be with him. So, yeah, but he wasn't there. So, yeah. But anyways, this is definitely a good one to pick up, even though it's been years later since it's been released. Which I can't really tell when it was released because I don't see it on here. I could tell you that this is definitely a good one to pick up. It hasn't lost any of its wonder and stuff. It still has it intact. So definitely go pick this guy up if you can find it. And also I would say, yeah, definitely don't go for something that's like overpriced. Like this, what I got here actually should be $25, but I think I got this for like $12.50. Let's see, $12.50. Yep, I got this for $12.50. Most likely. So yeah, definitely get this one if you can. And if you guys actually want me to have an in-depth look at this or any other ones I have, because I got 2 more. So definitely go check this one out, and I will be back with another one. So I'm gonna web out. Peace.